Alright, what is up everybody? So we're back with the trade recap for I guess 9, 10, 11, 12 here. And usually I do just trade one trade a day. Right, that's one of my rules here. However, it is all-time high on gold, as you guys can see. Hence why I took continuations 2 longs, the long side, and I'll tell you guys what was happening in my head as well. So my first position here was a short, and let's just go replay. Okay, so what was happening in my head when I short is we actually created a double top here on the 1 hour, 30 minute, 15 minute charts here. And at the time we were reacting off we just broke these guys right over here, right? So reacting off that, and we had a rejection. So my bias before the day started was for the market to find resistance here and just go back down. And why? Again, we are reacting off a high time frame, 4 hour and 1 hour high. We also indicated a double top here, right? So it created a resistance right over here. and what happened after that? On the 15 minutes, we actually created a gap right over here as well, right? That we did tap and reject. So here, I was like, oh, okay, we're gonna hit these 1 hour draws before we propel up to potentially all-time highs. So what happened there? And I'll show you guys what my entry was. So the same area with the 15 minutes, it was in confluence with a 5-minute gap right there, which was more enough. I had 15 into 5. I was like, oh, okay. So let's see what happens. We react off of it. Okay. And then I actually just wanted to see more, because this was such a bullish candle, I wanted to see more of a reaction to the downside. So I saw this doji, and then we had a huge bearish candle here. So I said, okay, let's enter short here just to the nearest draw, which is the 1 hour gap, right? So you guys can see, I guess we were liquidity on this one. It tapped all these to this order block here before pushing down more. So at that point, I was done for today. I was like, okay, we're done for today. And at this time, actually, I went for a quick drive here. Right. For a quick drive. My sisters forgot their keys at home, so I had to go home. Right now I'm at my fiance's house. And yeah, so I got back home, or at my fiance's after I dropped the keys home, and then I saw this shift right over here. And what's good with this is we actually reacted off the 1 hour fair value gap here. I'll just show you guys here. So the first indication, we reacted well, strong bullish momentum coming off. So I said, okay, now the only thing that we can potentially target are these highs. Okay, we'll just remove all the old drawings. So these highs. So let's see what happened here. I scaled down to the oh, it's right here. Okay, so what I did, I scaled down to the 1 minute, 5 minute, looking for anything showing. So as you guys can see on the 5 minutes, we broke this structure here. We broke the structure here. So again, right, I think it's all about confirmation, and this is why it's important to being able to switch your narrative based on market conditions. Okay, yes, I may have broken my rule 1 trade a day, but because when we are in all-time highs, you guys, especially with gold, with any markets, NQ, ES, when you're at all-time highs, it wants to keep pushing forward. Okay, and I have experience with crypto where it's not the same. Like, the price is very volatile, but with futures, with the gold market, even NQ, ES, all the fun stuff is when they want to push, they will push, and PA is a little bit easier to move because you see when the big money comes in. So you're literally just a little fish in a pond, playing with them. So again, right, we have this hour reaction. Look at that, very strong momentum here. Okay, As soon as we flipped the last hour, I immediately looked for confirmation. And again, right? So the confirmation was the 2 breaks that we marked earlier. We broke this, we broke this. After this, right? What is our strategy? We have a big break. Now we look for an FVG for continuation. Because now I'm like the market's showing too much bullish presence with the order flow. Look at this. We had strong move, slight pullback, strong move. Okay. So after this happened, okay, I entered a 1-to-1. Boom. TP hit after 4 minutes. So we'll close that off. And then, right, look at this, guys. This is our targeted draw. And we actually swiped through it over here. We had such a strong reaction that I said, okay, the market is still very bullish. It's not showing any signs of slowing down. So same thing, right? We look for a high time frame break of structure here on the 4-hour. FVG. Right, so for me, ICT traders, okay, they see this, they have a continuation FVG, stops at the low, target, and for this, I actually targeted all-time highs, right here, or on the daily high, right over here. It was a data high, okay? So what happened here? Whoops. Okay, so what happened here? Same concept, break of structure, we have an FVG. And I actually got out early. As you guys can see, it was filled over this on this candle on my executions and funding ticks. So we got out here, and I was 1 trade from passing the eval. And I was up heavy for today. I was up around 2,000. So I was like, or 2%. So I was like, okay, because we're so bullish, let's do 1 more trade. And this is where I overtraded, because at this point, as you guys can see here, this line is I actually pussied out on this trade, by the way, and the smaller one here earlier. I under risked. If I stuck to my plan, for sure easy pass, but I play it risky, or I like to play it with what's good with my mental, so I didn't want to over risk. Okay, so again, this break, right, this is the previous all-time high, and we wicked through it. So I was like, okay, same concept, break of structure, we created an FPG, actually entered along here, and we lost. And for this, I mean, I guess you can say we had a good consolidation here, which we went back to retrace and continue up. But that's basically hindsight, since I would have not predicted that at the time. Okay, so let's go reset here. But yeah, that's basically it here for the day. So we had this loss, we had a change of narrative, took along here, then we tried to go off continuation, and we lost the last trade. After this, because now I don't know where the market wants to go. I mean, look at this, guys, we're extremely bullish here. At this point, I want to see us at least retrace back here. So maybe tomorrow's session, Asia Tuesday, we'll see if this can come as a key area. If not, I just want to let price play out until I find any possible retracements, any resistance support, any key levels basically that I can trade off of. But for now, that is it, and here's the eval here. So I was actually at 5% here. I just risked the last one. Like I said, I under risked. I risked 0.4. And yeah, we're sitting at 4.6%. We just need 1.4% here. Everything is actually good. Our consistency score is way over. I could risk this tomorrow if I wanted to. Basically, everything has passed. It's just the profit targets left. But right now, as you guys can see, we're pretty consistent here. Look at that. And we're not over trading, right? So that's all that matters on my end. But yeah, that's it for now, you guys. Peace out.